Welcome to devotion. Amazing grace will always be my song of praise, for it was grace that brought my liberty. I'll never know just why he came to love me so. He looked beyond my fault and saw my need. I shall forever lift mine eyes to Calvary, to view the cross where Jesus died for me. How marvelous the grace that caught my falling soul. He looked beyond my fault and saw my needs. Okay, so I believe he looked beyond the fact that I can't cornrow. Lord, I'm just now unpacking this. 3 months later, I thought I was blessing someone with some cornrows, and I think they wore it to school once. And I learned later that they took it down. A day, Lord, that's not my ministry. It isn't. Maybe I shouldn't have offered. Maybe I should have said I'm not really good at this. So, but if you want me to detangle, well, it wasn't even tangled or anything. So sometimes I do too much. I really do. And that is the devotion. I think that's what Spirit is telling me, that it's okay to admit you're not good at something. It's okay to not act like or be the superhero, or, because, it wasn't good, but I tried. I really did. That's not my gift. So every good deed isn't good. I'm realizing that because I don't know what, is it a superhero complex? I had this idea to go into situations and save the day. And I'm like, what would Jesus do? He wouldn't give up, would he? He would do everything to help and to love on them and to get them, in a better place. Even if it's neglecting myself and my own need. No, I'm kidding. No. Well, yeah. Well, anyways. I wish we had a lens into the story of Jesus a bit deeper. Because it really, into the life of Jesus, rather. It really is. I know there are movies and whatnot, but I write and my mind goes in so many directions. Oh Lord, I time travel in my head. Spirit, where is this? Okay, where is this devotion going? I thought it was about every good deed isn't good, and then I thought about the life of Jesus. Because recently, now I'm pretty sure I learned somewhere years ago how old he was. I think in his 30s. He was a baby when they crucified him. And I think there was something about, there was a gap in the text of, what he was doing, where he was, or books left out or whatever, the translation. I don't know what's going on with that. But through my devotions, I do come closer to the Spirit. And I get the 411, I think, on history. That's the benefit of devotions. I was going to try to leave it there, like, Lord, I'm like, oh, okay, keep going. All right. The gaps that are left out. Because my heart, I don't know if I just go deep, deep, deep into things. Probably do. I'm told that I'm a deep thinker. And when talking to others, they're like, they don't really want to go that far into things. Like, okay. So I'm grateful that Spirit set me aside to say, hey, just start doing these devotions. In the beginning, I was like, what? I spent time. I was, a churchgoer and, all kinds of other things that I did. But never posting. Never in a way, where I had to unpack it, because it's different when you have to share your story. I'm like, oh, I'm authentic. Nothing's fabricated. But it's like, what does fabricated mean? Does that mean like false? Okay, I just threw that word out there like I really knew. Googling fabricate, I thought that kind of just meant like invent or concocted, typically with deceitful. Okay, well, I do have stories, so I need to just retract that. I do have poems and things, so those are inventions. So I knew that didn't set right with me, like, but not in a forgery way. It's more of a creative way to relay story. Oh, okay. This brings me to the story of, or the life of Jesus, the parables. Oh. Let's see. Let's dig into the parables that Jesus taught. This is where I'm headed, I guess. Jesus's parables. Parables of Jesus. I think someone made a book about it. Are there 40? What? I did not even know that. Wait a minute. The parable of the sower, the parable of the weeds, the parable of the mustard seed, the parable of the leaven. Okay, so apparently I need to go to Bible school. No, I have not recalled. Did I learn this in Vacation Bible School? There were 4. Okay, anyways. Oh, man. Wow, the shock that I do not remember any of this, and maybe I just wasn't taught all this. I don't know where I left off, but while I'm on my lack of knowledge, Lord, I was recently schooled by a beautiful woman named Esther. And I'm like, Esther, is that a biblical name? She's like, yeah. Oh, I had so many guesses to get it right and failed every last one. Like, is that Ruth? And like, oh, no, ma'am. How do you not know? Like, I mean, if you give me a hint, I don't remember who Esther is. Awful, just straight up awful. But she was so nice to me and so gracious. There's a book on it. Like, really? There's a book of Esther? Okay, let me think. I got up to Leviticus 15 when I was reading the Bible. And not to sound like an airhead, but that's when I tapped out. She's like, you tapped out at this. I tapped out at Leviticus. I didn't make it. I tried reading it, especially since one of my uncles was like, you don't even read them. You don't know the, like, okay. I didn't make it, but I tried. Anyways, of course, I assumed it was the Old Testament. But I'm just like, who is Esther? And so, yes, I know who she is now. I did have to Google, and she told me after, what, 10 minutes of me just like, I don't, what, you know. Gosh, it felt like 10 minutes. My ignorance, but I'm like, ooh. Because I didn't think that a lot of attention was given to women in the Old Testament, other than, you know, servants or Sarah and Ruth, but a whole book on her. I'm like, wait a minute, what? I don't know. So that was my understanding, that women were not really seen like or heard like that. So I don't. So this was beautiful to hear. And she was like, for such a time as this. I'm like, what? Oh, I've heard of that. Like, where have I been? Under a rock? No, Lord help me. So it's also good to have devotions to learn, to increase in knowledge as well. Whether it's your tradition or culture, or those that surround you, or those you just want to learn about. That's another important reason Spirit has me doing these devotions, is such an educator. What's my time zone? Yeah, I'm already going to probably just flip off of the... Anyways, surpass it. So looking up... Oh my God, I was talking about Jesus and I made it to Esther. I was on the parables and I'm here. But anyways, the beautiful story of Esther. I believe she was queen. And... she was brave and okay, I was going to try to just cut it short. I won't. I'm Googling again. And I won't Google. What do I recall when I looked her up? The thing, the essence of what I took away from Esther was, her bravery, her heart. I'm like, dang. Oh, Lord, I shouldn't leave it there. I don't know. What do I say? Not just her bravery, but what I'm feeling is it had to be something special. An anointing there to go into places. I can't say without fear, because I think it's a human, not just reaction, but, you know, to be nervous or to just have it, maybe not to let it control you or to overcome you. Well, maybe not. I mean, if you're anointed, maybe, the Spirit will, is enough. You know, His strength is perfect, like the song says. So I can't really say that you're going to always be free, but I can only imagine the thought crossed her mind where she was going, to plead for her people. And then I think the decree was reversed. So I'm like, wow, she did that. And I had not heard about her or really recalled her. I guess I did not commit it to memory back then. But now I'm like, oh, I'm so intrigued. Lord, what was I saying? Where was I saying? What was I saying? Every good deed isn't good. Okay. So, yes, Esther did something very beautiful. Now, I think sometimes, I don't say we, but I may want to model, or I may want to go into situations where I see the hurting or I see the suffering, but I have to know my place. Like the cornrows. I have to be led. I have to be called. I have to be anointed.